welcome back to Simply Fujica, a place for budding and aspiring entrepreneurs. If you are new to this channel, my name is Fujica and I help aspiring non-medical home care agency owners get licensed and start thriving businesses. Just a small reminder before we get started, if you are looking for payroll support, I do have a partnership that I am working on with ADP. So please email me at simplyfujica@yahoo.com for more information. Today we are talking about one of the most important things when it comes to running your agency, and that is managing the client-caregiver relationship. Listen, I decided to put this video together when I got a phone call from one of my older clients who is having an issue with just this particular scenario. So it gave me the idea, this is probably something that a lot of people are running into. I had a great conversation with him and I want to bring some powerful tips to this community. So if you are into that, and I hope that you are, then stay tuned. Let's be honest, caregivers are the heart of your agency. And if we are to believe that the caregivers are your heart, well, then the clients are the soul of your agency. When that relationship works well, your agency thrives. But when it breaks down, it could lead to turmoil, high turnover, and loss of clients. Let's get started with our first tip. The first tip that I have for you is to match your caregivers and your clients thoughtfully. Remember, compatibility matters. It's not just about the skills. It's about personalities, preferences, and communication styles. Before making an assignment, learn about your client's needs and habits. Are they talkative or are they quiet? Do they prefer a caregiver who takes charge, or do they prefer someone who waits for direction? Then match those traits with your caregiver's strengths. Let me give you an example. If Mrs. Johnson is very particular on how she does things, pair her with a caregiver who is patient and very much detail-oriented. That small step can help prevent a lot of tension moving forward. The second tip that I have for you is clear communication from day one. Clients and caregivers should both know what to expect. During the first shift, encourage your caregiver to do the following: introduce themselves professionally, review the care plan with the client, and confirm the daily routine. As the agency owner, you shouldn't assume that everyone is on the same page. Create a system for ongoing communication. This looks like weekly check-ins, text update. If you're short on caregivers, make sure you're communicating that out to your client. Communication builds confidence, and confidence builds trust. The third tip that I want to share with you is train your caregivers in emotional intelligence. Home care is personal. I don't think you can get more personal than home care. Clients may be dealing with fear, loss of control, loss of independence, or straight up frustration. A caregiver who can recognize emotions and respond with empathy is invaluable to your agency. Teach your team how to listen, how to show patience, and also respect boundaries. Remind them that every word, every gesture, every tone of voice matters. Let me give you an example of this. If a client is upset or agitated, instead of reacting defensively, train your caregiver to pause, stay calm, and use active listening. Teach them phrases like, "I understand that this is frustrating to you. Let's work through it together." The fourth tip is very important. You want to address issues early and fairly. Even with great matching and communication, misunderstandings can happen. The key is to step in quickly and professionally. If a client reports dissatisfaction, listen to both sides before jumping to conclusions. Investigate, document, and mediate. Sometimes it's just a miscommunication that can be solved with a simple conversation. Tip that I have for you here is never ignore tension between a caregiver and a client. If this is left unresolved, it can impact your agency's reputation. And remember, your reputation in this word of a mouth business can be very devastating to you and your agency. Be proactive, not reactive. The last tip that I have for you is show appreciation to both your client and your caregiver. Remember, caregivers who feel valued, they serve better. Clients who feel appreciated, they stay longer. It's that simple. A quick thank you card, a quick phone call, just to check in, creating a Caregiver of the Month award. These types of recognitions can go a long way. For your clients, maybe a handwritten note, a birthday greeting, or a follow-up call. All of this shows that you care beyond the business. At the end of every day, managing the client-caregiver relationship is like building bridges. When both sides feel heard, valued, and respected, your agency just doesn't grow, it thrives. Remember, people don't just leave home care agencies, they leave relationships. So focus on building strong ones from day one. So that's all that I have prepared for you in this video. If you've stayed with me to the end, I want to say thank you, but I also want to remind you to like this video. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel and hit that bell notification so that you're notified each and every time I release a new video, which is about once a week. Also, we just hit 18,000 subscribers, so I just want to say thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. Now we're on our road to 20. That's all I have for you all today. Stay blessed.